This is Rick with Classic Truck Rescue. Today, Annabella and I are doing a product review. Apparently, I'm just doing the product review on the Lanmodo night driving, the Lanmodo night vision, the Lanmodo night vision safe driving assistant. What it is it's a camera that you can either, I believe you can mount it on your dash or your windshield, and it turns night into daylight. So you've got a big screen sitting on your dashboard that makes, when you're driving at night, it makes it look like light. I've seen it in operation before, never personally, but we're going to fix all that. 1080p high resolution, full color image. Most night vision cameras are not color. This one's color. You can get yours at www.lanmodo.com, and I'll have some other information where you can get a product discount and things like that. I've really been looking forward to this because it's something that I can use. We do a lot of driving at night. A lot of times we go rescue classic trucks and things take a little longer than you think, and we end up driving in the wee hours of the night, or it's dark when we get home and I have to unload the truck at night. I just really think that this will be something that'll help me out. And I don't go fishing for these products to review. People watch my channel and they think that their product would be something that I could use. They ask me if I want to do a review on it, and I always tell them, if it's not a good product, you don't want to send it to me, because if it's a piece of junk, I will tell everyone. Fortunately, nobody has sent me any pieces of junk yet to review. But I'm kind of excited about this one. I think it's, and Jamie has a hard time seeing at night when she drives, so I think it'll be more helpful to her than me. But this one is equipped with the rear camera, and I don't know yet whether the rear camera has the night vision capabilities, but right now I'm going to install this on Gopher, our regular rig that we use for going and rescuing trucks. But eventually, when Boomer's done, and a lot of my viewers know what I mean when I say Boomer, it's going in that one. But Rick, it came with a letter. Rick, hope this letter finds you well. Glad to make a friend with you. Wish you every success in the shooting. Keep in touch. Sincerely, Kristen. Thank you, Kristen. Really nice lady's been working on me with this camera, and I've been promising her I'd do a thorough review on it. So I'm just showing you how well packed it is. Comes with a manual. This right here is a base to put on the base. I believe you can mount it two different ways. You either just set it on your dash if you have a flat dash, which we do in Gopher. We have a really big area that's super flat right in the middle of the dash that I'm pretty sure I'm already going to put it in. It's packed real nice. This is the camera itself. I've been looking forward to this, actually. And you can see it's got a pretty good sized screen on it right there. There's a screw in the bottom. I'm assuming that's where you attach the base. And that's the camera itself right there. So this is what you'd be looking at as you're driving down the road. The function buttons are there on the top. Is that a speaker hole, or are those breather holes? Anyway, there's your cord. But I believe that's where the base mount goes. Pretty nice looking unit. Very well packed. Lanmodo Night Vision Safe Driving Assistant. Very well packed. This box right here. So this is all the stuff it comes with. This, of course, is your mount for attaching it directly to your windshield if you don't have a flat spot on your dash. This, I believe, is the backup camera. And they make two versions of this camera, and I believe this will be the first product review on the one that has the backup camera in it. Comes with some mounting screws, an adhesive pad, I imagine, for mounting it that way. And here's the backup camera right there. A little bit of a breeze today. It is fall. There's a big old bag of cords right here. Now, they asked me specifically what type of vehicle I would be mounting it in, because they wanted to make sure they sent me enough cable for the backup camera. Interesting. It comes with a screwdriver. That's kind of cool. Okay, so this would be the power cord for the camera itself. And I believe this is the power cord for the backup camera. Huh. Interesting. I wonder, we'll get into the instructions and stuff, but I wonder if you have to wire that red wire into a power supply, because I notice, I can tell right now, it's not as long as the cord for the backup camera. This is the base right here. And we're going to be going with the base. I'm going to go ahead and mount the base on right now. Official name for this is the Lanmodo 1080p night vision system with rear view camera. It includes the night vision display, the rear view camera. Standard accessories are the power cord, OBD adapter. This is an OBD adapter, and I believe you can plug that in under your dash for power. Don't hold me to that, I will read the instructions. Here's the suction cup, the non-slip mat, input cable, which includes an NVS connection wire, rear camera plug, and a power supply. Rear view camera cable, and a screwdriver. You can also get this equipped for a 24-volt electrical system equipped vehicle. You know, big rigs, dump trucks, things like that. The first button is the signal switch button. That's for switching between the front and rear camera. The second button is for your menu to adjust your screen brightness, language settings, things like that. The third button is screen rotation, so you can rotate the screen to get your best view. The big button in the middle is the power button for turning it on and off. The next button is the scroll up button. Scroll down button is the next button. And then the other one here is your vision switch button to switch from full color to black and white vision. But I want to see it in full color. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and mount the non-slip pad, because I don't want to mount to the windshield, especially since I'm not leaving it there. And the truck that I'm putting it in is going to well, I might be putting it on the windshield in the next truck, because it's going to have a different dash than the one that we're putting it in now. Give a hoot, don't pollute. This base thing's got a pretty serious non-skid thing going on. I'm not going to set it on this table because I don't want it getting funky, but I'm assuming I got to put this on first. And I encourage you to read the manual, because I'm not going to read every bit of the manual and show you every step. Mainly I'm trying to show you everything that comes with this camera, and I guess I am going to look at the instructions to make sure I put this base plate on right. Bear with me. I'll be right back. I think this is going to be a really quick install. Okay, so it looks to me like they put the wide part of this base plate towards the front, which is kind of how it works with TVs and stuff too. So we're going to go ahead and do that, folks. It's kind of neat that they give you a screwdriver with it, because a lot of my viewers are mechanically inclined type people, and you know that that is often the hard screwdriver to find. So another one is definitely welcome out here at the Classic Truck Ranch. Oh boy, that is some serious non-skid stuff going on right there. But you do have to put the screw in before you can put the non-skid material on there. Yeah, that fits real nice. Okay, so I'm still not going to set it on the table, but that's what the non-skid mat looks like. I'll give you some close-ups of this, but it's pretty grippy. I like that. So there's the part that you'll be looking at, and here's what will be facing forward with the camera like that. Our next step, according to this book, is to go install it in the truck. Okay folks, I'll be right back. We're going to go install it in the truck, and I'm going to go ahead and hook up the backup camera so I can show you all the functions of this. Kind of excited about it. It's a pretty good looking unit right there. I'll be back. Annabella! Annabella! Good girl. I've got my lovely assistant Annabella with me for the install of this Lanmodo night vision camera. This is going to be our test mule, Gopher, our F350 Super Duty that we use for a lot of night driving. We may go ahead and leave this camera in this truck because we do a lot of driving with it. But right now I'm just going to do a temporary install to show you how easy it is. Let's do it. Step one, take the camera, and I'm going to go ahead and peel this. Grab your camera and find it. I told you that was a nice flat spot right there on the dash. It's actually a very good spot for it. And the way they have the camera angled on the back, you can actually angle it a little bit towards the driver, and the camera itself will still be pointing straight forward. Go ahead and remove this guy. And so this is basically your power cord right here on the camera side, and you take this adapter right here, and they give you extra cord too in case you're going long distance on it. But this simply plugs into your cigarette lighter. The indicator shows that you've got power there, and then this end, you take that twisty thing off and plug into the camera. And what I'm assuming is different on this is the power adapter right here, and this is the end of it. You can see that it does not match the end on what's coming out of the camera. As you can see, those plugs are considerably different. But there's this long guy right here that has the correct plug to go to the camera and has the correct plug to connect to that thing right there that's coming from the adapter. And I'm assuming this other plug is for the backup camera. Let me give that theory a test and I'll be right back. Holy cow, that was quick. I haven't even started hooking it up, but yeah, like I said, so you plug in your power adapter, and one plug goes into this cord that goes to the front camera, and I'm assuming, and they do give you a full-length instructional manual on how to hook this up if you're one of those type of people, but I like to just hook stuff up. Anyway, not helping. You're not helping. What is the problem, young lady? I believe even you could hook this up, Annabella. It's pretty darn simple. So here's the backup camera, and it's got that funny little thing on the end of it. This will be what goes to the camera, the backup camera. I'll be right back after I hook this up. And look at that, it's already working. All I did was plug it into the cigarette lighter, and it's already showing what's in front of me. It'd be interesting to see what kind of zoom features and things like that it has. But anyway, so the other wire coming out of this Y that comes out of the camera goes into this big long one, which I already have connected to the backup camera. So now we're going to go, I am just actually going to run this cable through the rear slider and out over the tailgate, because like I said, I'm not permanently installing this just yet. I'm not sure this is the vehicle we're going to have it in. But I'm going to go ahead and read this instruction manual, because there is a short red wire coming out of the business end of the backup camera, and I'm pretty sure that needs to go to a power to like your backup lights, so that it's only activated when you're in reverse. Not sure about that. Might just need full-time power, because I know that there's a button on that right there where you can toggle between front and rear camera, but I'm assuming the back camera needs its own power, and we'll look at that right now. Okay, so because I'm not doing a permanent mount on this truck right at this time, fortunately they gave me one of those little pieces of self-adhesive stuff that's perfectly shaped for that base. It does also come with small screws, but I just went ahead and used that adhesive mount to put it onto the top of the tailgate. Also, they give you plenty of cord with this. I've just got it running through the back window just so that I could, for test purposes, but if I were to permanently mount this, it would be mounted down lower here somewhere, and I wouldn't just run the wire like that. They give you plenty of slack where you could run it with the regular wiring harness under the truck and tie it in. But just for this temporary installation, what I'm doing is I'm going to go ahead and start the truck up, put it in reverse, and use this handy trailer output. Yeah, I'll use this side. Trailer output, and I've got my 12-volt light tester here. I'll fire the truck up, put it in reverse. Do not do this at home, because I'm here by myself. If you do it at home, have the e-brake on, have the wheel chocked, and have somebody in there with their foot on the brake. Or you could just turn the key on and put it in reverse without starting it. Yeah, we're going to do that. Unfortunately, Jamie's truck doesn't have the option for starting it without having your foot on the brake, or taking it out of gear without having your foot on the brake. So it is in here with the emergency brake crammed to the floor and a wheel block behind it. But don't do this at home. This is for test purposes only. So I did, apparently this side doesn't have a provision for backup lights on a trailer, but this side does, as you can see there. So I'm gonna have to go get a connector to run from that post to that wire, but I can shut the truck off and quit worrying about getting run over. But again, do not put your vehicle in here when it's unoccupied, no matter what safety precautions you take, because sometimes stuff just goes wrong. Okay, so I just got me one of those wire clamp on, bend it so it fits on the tab things, and squash the wire on there. I'm not a certified electrician. I'm certified about a couple things, but electrician ain't one of them. And I hesitate to show my electrical wiring type stuff, my wiring prowess, on camera, because I have two brothers that are electricians, and I know when they see it, it probably scares them. Anyway, like I said, don't do anything the way that I do it, but we're all hooked up, and I'll go inside and see how everything's working, make sure that the backup camera comes on when we put her in reverse, close that window, and then we'll wait for it to get dark. And it's Halloween, so we might see some things tonight that we wouldn't otherwise see. I'll be back. Well, that's a good sign. The backup camera's working, but something ain't pickles here. Seems to be working, although I'm sure we're gonna have to get to the instructions now, because I do remember that one of these switches up here is for screen orientation, whether you want it on backup camera or front camera. And I'm hoping the way that I have it hooked up, it will go to the backup camera when I actually put it in reverse. Okay, so I'm just going through the buttons. There's a page in the manual that shows what each of the buttons are for. And the first button switches between rear view and front view. Right now it's on front view. I give her a little push, and it switches to rear view, which you can see is still upside down. That's from black and white to color. There's the upside down button. No, that's the left and right. Oh, looky there. So the screen rotate button goes both left and right and up and down. I like that. And you guys can't really tell up and down and left and right with the view that I have right there. Heck, let's just move. So this truck sits really high off of the ground. I can see already that for it to be effective, it's going to have to be mounted higher up. So with this application, I would say that that camera would be better on the windshield, mounted up and kind of angled down a little bit. It is a good mount, the mount that they give you for mounting to the window, but like I said, this truck's just really high, and I think that the camera needs to be raised up a little bit to give you an accurate view of what's in front of it. So I went ahead and fabricated a really highly custom modified mount and installed it. Not a problem, knocked it out really quick. And one thing I did notice is that where the camera comes out of the display, you can adjust the angle on that. All right, so I got short battery right now, but I did spend some time in the manual learning the buttons and the control features better. We adjusted the brightness. That's the screen on the Lanmodo night vision camera. And you can adjust the color, brightness, contrast, everything. And this is a view through our windshield.
It is
same
dark.
view. It is dark.
Yeah, people have their lights on.
But we had to turn the brightness down because oncoming headlights were messing up with the screen and stuff. But so I guess what I'm saying is, if you spend some time adjusting it, once you get everything installed and working right, this is a very good camera. And it doesn't record, not that I know of, but it's good just to have sitting on your dashboard, because the difference between that view right there and this view right here, which we have, is incredible.
And my lights are off.
What do you think? Yeah, and Jamie doesn't even have her headlights on. What do you think, honey? Pretty cool.
I think it's awesome. Let's go drive through a neighborhood.
Yeah, we're gonna, it's Halloween night. It's not even 8:30. We're hoping to
but it's
at
dark.
least see some. It is very dark outside.
And you'll see when we pull
but
on
it
our
is
property,
very
it's
bright.
black.
That screen looks like daylight, doesn't it, honey?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess the key to this camera is spending a little time with the controls, because it does have a lot of functions.
Okay, now this road is super dark.
Yeah, this is a dark highway.
Lights.
There are no street lights out here, and this is what the Lanmodo is showing us. And I would think that if I turn that contrast down just a little bit, it would get a lot better. But okay, there's a street light up here, but that's the camera, and this is what we see out of our windshield.
Yeah, it's dark. Like, I can barely see the road with the oncoming lights.
Already told him about your having a little trouble with night vision, honey.
Okay, we're gonna go into big
But
window.
on the right is the view in front of the truck, and on the left is the camera view. It is literally like day and night, the difference. Here's the view out of the windshield.
Oh yeah, there's trick-or-treaters back here. Look at all the traffic in here.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And what Jamie and I are thinking is, we have a lot of deer and wildlife on the roads that we live on, because we're in town right now, but this isn't where we live. And there are no lights on our streets. And there are a lot of deer, raccoons, skunks, etc., etc. But here's the view going down a city street from our windshield. And now let's watch on the Lanmodo night vision camera. Where?
Right to the left.
Okay,
Look,
so on the left over here, you have a whole house with trick-or-treaters arriving, and trick-or-treaters there. But if you look through the camera, and I'm going to go ahead and move it, That's the same house. Right there. Same house. See the trick-or-treaters? Now let me back up and show you the trick-or-treaters through our windshield. Night and day difference. Night and day.
Look at, there's a dog or
That's
a cat
awesome.
in the road up there that you can barely see.
Cat crossing the road up front. You can see the cat right there. Well, that's not really fair because you got between those cars, but trust me,
That's where Rich
it is a huge difference. Trick-or-treaters on the left. That's a view on the camera. That's a view from the truck. I would think if I had kids or lived in a neighborhood where there were kids that were playing after dark, I'd want to have one of these sitting on my dashboard. Don't you think, Jamie?
Totally.
Here, trick-or-treaters on the right.
I think I might need one of these in my street sweeper when I'm sweeping at night. Oh, here comes another pile of kids.
On the left. So we got
Oh yeah,
a
you
whole
can't even see them.
group of kids and moms and dads on the left, and here's the view out of the windshield. Night and day difference. Wow.
Look at, there's someone crossing the street. You can barely see.
Someone in front of us
Black.
dressed all in black. There they are on the right. Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I'm just gonna point it straight ahead. And like I said, I didn't really go through the manual and look at it. And they have a Lanmodo, I know, has a lot of support for as far as videos that you can watch on how to operate these cameras and stuff. And I just kind of rushed and threw it back into the truck today on a temporary basis, and it's doing really good. I'm kind of impressed with this.
Now I'm lost. What does the Lanmodo say the street is right here? Matter of adjusting the contrast to get the.
Yeah, I agree. But that's the view on the camera, and this is the view out of our windshield. I would say the camera view's a lot better. We need to stop at this stop sign and just sit and show the difference. So there are this is one of the roads we take home to get to our property, and there are no lights out here. It's like really dark. But stop right here where we can see. Okay, so that's with no lights, nothing on outside. And that's the view out of that camera. And it's grainy, but
we just need to make
you can see the stop sign. Yeah, you can see the stop sign and the road. Turn your lights on. Totally pitch black. So that's still the view out of the front of the windshield, but with just the parking lights on, it's even better. The sky's even lit up. That's weird. I don't know how they did that, but that's a view out of our windshield. And that's the view out
you
of the...
can't see squat without that. Like, the sky is dark.
That is weird. I mean, it's cool, but it's weird.
And I do think the contrast will take that.
Yeah, and like I said, I haven't fully adjusted this or...
No, you're playing with it in the dark.
Yeah, I'm still playing with it, but I'm impressed. Are you impressed, honey? That's pretty good. Yes, definitely a cool feature to have on any vehicle. Holy cow. Alright, heading back to the ranch. Meanwhile, back at the ranch. Okay.
Yeah, you can see a lot better. It aids you when you're like driving and you can't see squat, but you look at that and you can see what you think you're seeing, but you're not. through that.
Try to keep in mind I'm holding a camera on a screen, trying to give you a final observation. Let me move all Jamie's mirror junk. Holy cow, honey. You got like 10 pounds of stuff hanging off this rearview mirror. There's the classic truck ranch at night with the Lanmodo night vision assistant. And there it is out of the windshield. You be the judge. One final thing I wanted to check before we shut the truck off.
Is it looking through the back window?
No, it's looking off the tailgate, honey. So, I neglected to do any footage of the rear vision camera, but you know what? The rear vision camera is just as good, and it's in color. And I assumed that just the front would be in color and the back would be black and white, because the camera I mounted on the tailgate is very small. But I'm going to show you the view.
How is that hooked up? Is it wired?
So here's the view out of the back window.
Nothing.
Seriously. And that's the view out of the backup camera. Peace out. So that concludes my product review for the Lanmodo Night Vision Safe Driving Assistant. I like it. I think it's well built. It's easy to use, easy to install, easy to control. If you're a classic truck rescue viewer and you want to get one of these with a $50 discount, which I think is a good deal, you can either get it at the Lanmodo store or Amazon.com. Okay. So there are two different product codes depending on where you want to get yours. If you want to go to the Lanmodo store, there's a different product code than if you go to Amazon.com. It's a $50 discount no matter where you buy it, but the Classic Truck Rescue $50 coupon code for the Lanmodo site is LMDNVS_CTR. That's the code that you want to use to get $50 off at the Lanmodo store. If you get it on Amazon and you still got $50 off, the code on the Amazon site, though, will be Lanmodo1. So, like I said, I'm happy with it. It's a good product. Classic Truck Rescue, time to get back to work. Peace out.